I'm gonna eat you. Hey everybody, what's going on? Speedy Diver here, and this is going to be the Xbox 360 Slim repair video. So the backstory on this Xbox 360 Slim is I ended up finding this at GameStop dumpster diving, and it was in a box, an Xbox One box to be exact, broken in tons and tons of pieces. Luckily this one, it seems to be that all the pieces are here. I believe they are. I briefly dusted everything a little bit. You can kind of see the fan is a little bit dusted. I mean, I wanted to have it kind of neat. The reason I didn't dust it to its full potential is because I don't know if it works. I haven't tried it out yet, and hopefully the main purpose of this video is going to be to try to make this Xbox 360 work. As you can see, at least what I've seen from it is that it looks like everything is in like intact kind of deal. The actual motherboard of the Xbox 360 seems to be all there. This is the Wi-Fi chip in the back that I actually have to take that off to actually put this piece on, because this is a it's a metal shield that goes over this, so I guess nothing really interferes with anything. Also, there's like the casing that seems to be pretty good. The case is broken right there, as you can see. Sadly, it was busted in, but I mean, there's nothing that can really fix that. Also, the grill is a little broken. There's gonna be, no matter what, pieces on this that are gonna be broken that I can't fix, but hopefully in this video I will be able to put each and every little piece back together to make an actual full working Xbox 360 Slim. Also, one thing that I did actually kind of worry about making this video is that this right here, the disk drive, is actually smushed in, like someone punched it. It is smushed in right here, so I don't know if this is going to be able to read discs, because obviously if it's bent in like that, it might not actually let the tray open up and out, like actually open. So this is going to have to be put here. It's going to be freaking awesome. It's going to be lit. So before I get into this, I want to let you guys know one quick thing. Speedy Cat merch is coming out insanely soon, and also, could you guys smack that like button? I would highly appreciate that, because that helps this video get shown to more people that could potentially love this content, because this is freaking awesome. I've never seen anybody try to fix an Xbox 360 that was damaged like this. This is like totally in pieces. Like this thing, all the clips are out of the actual thing. It's just this whole thing is going to be Frankensteined back together. Hopefully, what I'm hoping is the case will just go on the Xbox and this will sit in there nice and snug. I'm hoping for the best. Not too sure what's going to happen, but hopefully it will turn out amazing. The first thing I'm actually going to be putting together is going to be the Xbox 360 faceplate that actually goes on the disk drive. As you can see, the disk drive is really smushed in, so hopefully this is one thing I will be able to put on. I believe all the clips actually look to be in decent condition. I believe the easiest way to put this actually on is that you have to like hook it in the side there, and then it like clips in. So let's see if it works. Will it work? Come on, baby, clip in. Like I said, this video is going to be kind of Frankensteining this back together. There we go, it clicked in. Oh, nice. It wasn't broken. Like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of the clips actually aren't broken. I believe I said that. Like this, all these clips are basically intact, which is absolutely amazing, because without those, this wouldn't be able to click in. I want to actually show you guys this as well. This is, I believe, where the, this is either the top or bottom, I'm not too sure exactly, but there are little clips that are in the side here that are, obviously, it's not supposed to do that. That is not supposed to happen. So let's try to click this back together. It might click, it should click back together. It should be very easy, actually. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. So it clicks all back together, they go right into place, and now that is a solid piece, and that is dope. That is actually perfect. Next thing we actually have to put on is the disk drive. Now that the disk drive is going to be going into the Xbox, the easiest way that I've found to actually do this is because this plug right here, actually, I think this plug actually doesn't this plug have to be plugged in right here? I think it does. Yeah, this plug was unplugged. I don't know why. I believe that has to go right in there. This plug right here plugs into the back of this via that little port right there, and this red plug plugs into that other little plug right there. So the red plug is plugged in right now, and now I have to plug in this one as well. Now that that's kinda out, I'll be able to smush that plug in. Yeah, I said smush. So now that it's in, this should be able to fall into place, just like so. Now I can also plug in this little red cord as well, so that that is plugged in. There we go. That seems to be really good. It looks all nice. Cable management is looking on par. Now what I'm hoping is that everything is pretty much the way it should be. The only thing that really has to be done now is the faceplate has to be put on. I'm still going to put everything back on it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything on it and then try it out. It's easy enough just to undo it if it is the case that it won't work. So the next step in this process, after the disk drive is actually in, is to take the Wi-Fi card out. And you guys might be wondering, why do you need to take the Wi-Fi card out? Well, pretty much if you guys have ever actually taken apart an Xbox 360 Slim, the Wi-Fi card is one of the first things you actually take off before you get into the internals of the Xbox. So this should have been off already, but obviously it's not because it was all just ripped apart. So pretty much what I have here is I have just a regular, like, it's not a regular thing, it's like a screwdriver, but it's got this magnetic thing in it that you can pretty much just take the bit and it like clicks in with a magnet. I don't know exactly what Torx head this is. It's like a Torx 10, I believe. That's what it is right there. Torx 10. So pretty much taking this, going to be taking the Wi-Fi card out, which just pretty much you just unscrew it. It's very, very simple. So once the screw is out, pretty much this just slides right out. It's like a bigger version of a USB. I'm not too sure what it's called, to be honest. It looks like a big USB. That's pretty much what it looks like. This you do not want to get damaged because this is going to mean that you can't do wireless Wi-Fi. Obviously, there's still the Ethernet port back here as well. So you could always do wired Wi-Fi, which I always do. Wired, or I should say internet. And once that is out, now the actual big shield, this bad boy can go on. I believe it goes on just like so. It has all little holes in it so that you can see where it goes over the actual like broken tabs and stuff. Sadly, those tabs are all broken, but it goes over every single one. And that seems to be in pretty good shape. It is broken though, as you can see. It's got like a little piece that's broken there, but hopefully that is, it looks pretty good, to be honest. Now all the internals are pretty much hidden. The next step is pretty much just taking the actual casing and trying to fit it on the best I can. One thing before we have to do that is I believe this little piece that is for all your little ports has to go on the back. So I'm going to put on the bottom piece first because I think that's going to be the easiest because this will just slide right over it. So it pretty much just sits in there, I believe, just like so. It should sit just like that. And then this goes over it and this will click into place. Before I do that though, this actually has to go in there. Oh no, I'm already forgetting steps. Ah! I think I can get it in there though. Fit. This piece should be able to go right over the actual other piece. Oh, it clicked right in. Nice. Clicked in right over there as well. So it clicked in both sides. It also still has the warranty sticker on it. Looking all sandwich-like. The next step is going to be taking the Xbox 360 Slim faceplate. Now, before we put the faceplate on, you might be wondering, hey, there's no shield or little cover here. That's because oh, it's actually broken here as well. This whole thing is just literally broken. This little piece is the little piece that actually has to go in there. So hopefully, without a hitch, this will go right in. No sweat? Let's see. Is it in there? Ooh, yeah, it went right in. Sadly, this is broken, but will it click together? Oh, it clicks a little bit, but the all the plastic pieces that are supposed to be melted together are sadly broken. But, and there's no spring as well. I couldn't find a spring for this, so this is gonna just kind of fling open randomly. But that's what's gonna happen because this is just Frankensteining this thing all together, all different pieces, and it's just all pieces that are broken for the most part. I hope this works. It is a little like torn right there, so hopefully it still works. Not too sure. The next step in the process for the faceplate is going to be this. This little tab right here has to be pulled out. Just like so. So it's pulled out. You can see there's like a little space in between this color and this color right there. There's a space. That's what this thing right here is going to be put into. So this thing right here is going to be slid right into that. And then this little piece around it goes around that piece. And then you click it back. I think it went together actually fairly simple. So that's that. All that has to be done now is the faceplate has to be clipped into the Xbox. This is going to be kind of difficult, but I'm going to try my hardest to click them in. Let's see. Oh, okay, I think I got the top done. I don't want to break the clips. That's the one thing I'm scared of, because if once they break, oh, it clicked in. Once they break, there's no going back. Okay, so the bottom, oh, this just broke off. It broke, that's not a clip, it's one of these vents right here. But once actually the bottom clipped in, so that's really good. Let's see if the top will clip. Ooh, that actually went together pretty smooth. Not too bad. That actually went together pretty nice. I do apologize if it wasn't on video that well. Also, the case is broken right there. I don't know if I just broke that. I don't believe so. I think it was broken. It's actually looking really good. I'm actually fixing this thing. That's nice. Let's try to get the Wi-Fi card back in, because now the Wi-Fi card can go back in, and then extra pieces like this can go on. It gives it character that it's broken, and if this actually freaking works, that is going to be amazing. So far, looking amazing, though. This is looking very, very good. You can't really mix these up because this one obviously doesn't really, like, go there because you won't be able to take the hard drive out. So obviously, this is the one that goes here. So let's try to click this in. It literally just clicks in very, very easy. At least it should. This should click in very easy. Let's see if it will. Ooh, okay. Sounds like it's clicking in. It might not click in too easy because some tabs may be broken that I didn't see before. That's actually really nice. It clicked in really solid. So the piece with the hard drive that goes over this is actually going to be two separate little pieces that clip basically together. So hopefully these clips aren't broken. I don't believe any clips are really broken. This one seems to be a little twisted, but that's about it. Obviously the bigger piece will go on this side. It literally just clips in. Oh, this is actually going together really well. And this piece actually slides over and clips in. Let's see if they're all clipped in. I think there's a broken clip right here. Yeah, it looks a little loose. It is coming out. So sadly there is a broken clip there, but this is the bottom of the Xbox, so it really doesn't matter too much. The top is the part that really matters because this is the part you'll most likely see. You take the Xbox, you try to fit it on the best that you can. And like I said, this is going to be a very hard kind of process putting this together because it's so broken that hopefully it clicks all together. Feeling really solid too. This piece felt really solid. Moment of truth though is the grill. Hopefully the grill fits on there very nicely. So I'm gonna put this side in first because I think this is the better side to do. And then just kind of click in each tab as it goes. And then hopefully this clicks in. There we go, baby. That is looking nice. An actual Xbox 360. Those are the USB ports in there. I'm hoping this bad boy freaking works. So that is the Xbox 360 in its glory. No matter what, this Xbox is going to have a bunch of pretty much defects, I guess you could call them. They're not defects. They're more like war scars in a way. But it's still going to hopefully work. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's test this bad boy out. So basically the power is just hooked in right now. As you can see, the power cord is plugged in. That's all I have plugged in. I just want to see if it turns on. No! Is it getting power? It is getting power. It has a little orange LED in there. Oh no, the faceplate might be the problem. Maybe the connection with this to the actual Xbox wasn't right, so I had to take this apart really quickly and see what the problem was. So at the moment, I actually had to take this apart to see what the problem was, because obviously it didn't turn on a second ago, and now the thing that happened is that basically the faceplate, I did end up plugging it in backwards. I took it apart. It takes like literally 2 minutes just to take it back apart. So to put it back together takes a little bit longer, but before I put it back together, it does have that sound that it's opening the disc tray and also the power that turns on. But sadly, no LEDs are coming up and nothing is happening. So I don't know what the problem is. It is getting contact. So when I press the buttons, they do end up sending a signal for this to actually make the sound. But I don't know if they're actually sending the signal for this to turn on. That's the problem. Because the sound, as you can tell, you can hear it, it is working. I just don't know what the problem is. I mean, what I'm probably going to end up doing next is taking this off to try to figure it out, but I'm really not too sure. I thought it would be able to work, to be honest. I thought it was just a bunch of pieces that were all thrown together. See, this is telling me that it's definitely getting a signal. I just don't know. That's the sync button. I just don't know exactly what the problem could be. So I ended up taking the whole thing apart to try to figure out what the problem is. And like, I took the motherboard, I took everything out of the metal casing, and I cannot figure out what the problem is. As you can see, all the screws, got a screwdriver, got the vice grips, got everything, like the pliers, got everything here. And it's all in pieces right now because I really don't know what the problem is. I looked, because sometimes on the back of these circuit boards, there'll be like a little burnt spot on like the actual piece of metal that you'll see what was burnt, or like something was like unsoldered or not soldered correctly where it burns off. And I couldn't find anything on it. I looked on this all the way around to see any imperfections, like any capacitors that maybe blew out, anything wrong. But as of the moment, I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I think I'm just going to kind of piece it back together piece by piece. Hopefully in the future I can figure out what the problem is, but sadly the Xbox doesn't work. It is what it is. I did put it together and then I had to take it apart again. Since the Xbox obviously doesn't work, I did want to see if there was actually a game. This is the disk drive, by the way. I wanted to see if there was a game inside of it. Sadly, as you can see, if you could stick your finger all the way through, there's no game. You would see a shiny little disc in there because this would be the bottom side of it, but this is what the inside of a disk drive looks like if any of you are very curious. I personally personally know what it looks like because I have had problems with disk drives in the past on my old Xbox and stuff like that. So I kind of know what it looks like already, but it's pretty interesting. But I hope everybody really enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button. And if you did enjoy, you can watch the last video over there, most recommended video over here. Subscribe to the Speedy Gamer and also subscribe to the Speedy Diver. Thank you all so much for watching. Sadly, wasn't able to get it working. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch all of you on the flip side.